Back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty.
It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the San Francisco 49ers. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone. For a touchback.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Ready. Get the flag. Mike 59. What? Not today, you are. Not today.
They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mike 5'9",
They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. On second down, it's Brown. They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
26 months. Yo. Hey, play. Tip shot. 26 months. Here we go, D. All day.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Ready to break. Switch gears, switch gears.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, but someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Down. 10 Lobo. Recon. 132 fighter.
Young on 3rd and 2. And able to find Kirk complete. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Niners' 31-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Let's go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
And it's 3rd down.
Let's go.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Check 9, check 9. X3, 218, jump. 56, the mark, boy, 56. Check 56. Come on. You better break. Get it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And then look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. And look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Rip right, rip right.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Check safety, check safety.
No score after one on EA Sports.
Ready? Right. Check, 59. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Check. Fresno. Yeah. Kick edge. Come. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Switch.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Got it.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Bang, bang. Greystone, travel. Snap.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
On first down, Barkley. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. It's Young on first down. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
Pilot, 64,
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Down, 8-3, check 56, go. Set the tone, defense, go.
On first down, it's George. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now a give, right side. It's George. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Nine yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Let's go! 10-2 stop! 56! Give me that!
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Oh, that one got away from him. Short distance kick missed. No good. Way wide to the right. And this will remain a scoreless game. So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through. And this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Ready. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check Mike, check Mike. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The 49ers now are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
Who that? Who that? Wahoo! 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Watch twist. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Shut up.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Begin.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
All day. We coming all day.
Brought down back at the 29-yard line.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
All day, baby. Let's go. Defense.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
59 Mike. Check, 59. We don't want this. Slam. Screen. Wide, get wide. Say. Check 43. Watch twist. Tighten up. Slam. Go. Back.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. Nothing is our score. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it in a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
56 right there, 56. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. Right back to Brown. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
53's the mic. 53's the mic.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
He's moving, boys, he's moving. Alert flare, flare. Check. Same on. Watch safety creeping.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Check 26. Check. Lock here. Check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Brown. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, In addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I'm going to come back.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Ready. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
Recon, 132 fighter. Mike, let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Come on,
so from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. This is Barkley. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll run with Barkley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down.
The Texans on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Young working out of the gun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. 53's the mic. 53's the mic. Come on. I'm trying to collect. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Short. Number 53. Mike 53. Go.
They'll set up to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. He'll take it at the 42. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready. 8 read. Coming to you.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9, Young. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
That throw by Young incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Young now to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Now it's Barkley. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got you.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now here's Young. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. On 4th down, Young. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Young will set to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game with great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. To throw on 2nd and 10. Young, he completes it to Boyd. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Young. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
3rd down, Young from the gun. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 14. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Motion out of the backfield. Check 50, check 50.
On 1st down, Brown. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 11-yard line.
Yeah, 70 engine. Check 53 is mine. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Hey, we got it, we got it. Mike.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Watch his left, watch his left.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 89 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Let's get some penetration. Topper, topper. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check go.
One last shot for Young. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So the victory here for San Francisco, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the 49ers, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Houston, there will be no perfect season here as the win streak to start the year ends at 11. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.